Hey y'all, we're back again to discuss another episode of Married at First Sight, season 15, San Diego.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
So this is episode 4, the wedding night and Ben and Morgan's wedding.
Yes. And then the meeting of the family.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of stuff that I know you guys don't like to watch, so we'll talk about it.
Well, first off, what do you think of Ben and Morgan? Or what do you think of
I,
Ben?
I thought they were really cute.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like Ben, there's just maybe it's his obsession like over his mom that he like
Yeah.
keeps bringing up, but I don't know.
He's a mama's boy. It's like his thing. I guess he needed a thing, and this is what they're using, him being a mama's boy.
I guess so. But she is such a very strong, like independent person. I wonder how much of that would bother her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure it will. I feel like that would bother any woman.
Right. I think I said this last time, but maybe if he stopped instead of focusing on his mom, he starts putting his wife in that place. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
way I could think that that would be like okay.
That talk that he had with his mom right before, you remember that part where he was like, if there's anything you don't like about her or anything, just let me know, okay? He was like,
Oh
oh, I will.
yeah. I was very surprised too because like for some reason I was thinking he was an only child, but then
Mm.
he has brothers as well.
Right.
So like
I wonder if
why?
he's the youngest.
I don't know. I'm like, why is he like so obsessed with his mom? Not obsessed, but like, why is everything like my mom and my mom? Because I don't know. And for some reason, I thought his dad. I thought it was just him and his mom. Like I thought he was an
Hmm.
only child that was raised by only his mom, but he has a dad and brothers.
He's probably the baby.
Yeah, I guess that would be the only way that it would make sense in my brain.
But I don't know. What would you rather have? A man who isn't close with his mom at all or a mama's boy? Because I think it's a little strange when sons don't like idolize their moms at all.
What do you mean idolize? Like, what do you mean by that though? Like, what do you mean by?
Like, I don't need you to be a mama's boy, but I think it's a little strange when guys don't like feel some type of way about their moms.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's something that they like the mom specifically did, well, I would be like, oh, I can understand that because not all, moms aren't perfect, and there's some messed up mamas out there. But if there's just like no apparent thing that has happened, and they just don't
Yeah.
care for their mom, then I would think that's
Because
interesting.
they say the way a man treats his mom kind of tells how they'll treat you.
Yeah,
So
I believe that to be true. Even if
yeah, same.
if there's a reason behind the estranged relationship, but if their mother is in their life, definitely watch how they speak to their mom and all that
Yeah.
other kind of stuff. I would say that is a good indication of how they speak to anybody, including you.
Yeah. Because that's like their first relationship truly with a woman,
Yeah,
is
I
their
would.
mom. So,
Yeah, I think so. It shows
mhm.
their communication a little bit to me. Like if
Mhm.
they can speak to their mom that way, then what would they speak to you like?
Yeah. Right.
Um,
Yeah. Idolize the mom is probably the wrong word. That's what Ben does, and that's a bit extreme. But I would want you to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, like I said, unless there was like a reason, like, oh, me and mama don't talk, X, Y, and Z happened, or whatever
Yeah.
like that, then I can understand. But if your mom is like in your life and you talk and all this stuff, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable with the way that you communicate, then I would be of concern that you would also communicate to me that way, and I wouldn't like
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know. Morgan is very like she seems very strong and independent, and
You could see her strong personality come out too at the wedding.
yeah, she was like, hold
It
my
just,
hand. She was very like
yeah,
telling him, she was very, I don't want to say bossy, but like a leader. She was like, has a leader type personality.
right. Like she was just like giving directions almost.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like maybe he would be okay with that because obviously he's used to his mom giving direction and,
Yeah,
telling
that's
him do this,
true.
do that. So that's what I'm
Hmm.
thinking. Maybe she'll just like comfortably step into that role.
Hmm.
Or maybe she'll be like, oh no, I'm a strong woman. I'm looking for a strong minded man as well. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought they were really, their wedding was sweet.
Mm-hmm. Again, like I feel like everyone comes in this really smitten with each other, like right off the bat.
Yeah, and I feel like this was the first wedding where the man was really
Oh,
taken with his wife.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh
he
no,
seemed
no,
impressed.
that's not true, Justin. Yeah,
Oh,
Justin and
Justin.
Ben.
I think Nate was too. I feel like Nate was trying to play it cool. I think he
Hey,
was
you
trying to
got to
play
remember
it.
what's name.
Nate and Dacia. That's her
Oh
name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yep. I'm still learning everybody. Y'all forgive me. That's right.
Yeah, I feel like he was too, but he was just trying to play it like real cool and be
Yeah.
like charming, making her laugh
Hmm.
and stuff. I feel like the person where I couldn't really tell the most was Miguel. I feel like he was the one that was playing it like the most. Like I couldn't tell. Like, do you like her or do you not like her?
He was hard to read at first. I wonder if he was just really nervous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess we'll see. Like these the honeymoon and the not the honeymoon, but the weddings and the wedding night. Some most of the time is kind of just boring. There's nothing really happening. Everybody's happy. So
Hmm.
yeah. But let's get into these families though. I absolutely this is my least favorite part of the whole thing. Honestly.
It
I
is
just
usually
hate it.
pretty boring.
Like I am wholeheartedly believe a marriage is between two people. So I don't
Hmm.
really care what anybody's family has to say. You're not married to them. You're
And I
not
guess it's a
making the
way for them to
commitment.
officially meet the family. Because
I,
really, they didn't get a chance to do that. It's not like when you're dating and you like go to officially meet
yeah, I
your
could
boyfriend's
see
mom.
that would be the intention, but it seems like
Hmm.
every season it's just the family's passing judgment on someone they don't even know.
Yeah,
So
it'd be
that's what I
nice if
find
it
the
could
most
be more of
annoying.
a. This is a way for me to get to know you rather than give me all the deets on your child, or like you said, them sitting there judging
Yeah, and be
the
like, oh, that
person.
doesn't sound right to me, or I don't like him. You don't know him. You don't know her. And it's not your decision to make. Like, that just bothers me the most. It just
The
does.
most, I'm trying to, the most interesting one to me, the one that I remember the most was Alexis talking to Justin's mom and friend.
Okay. The one that's most miserable to me is Miguel and Lindy, both. But what
I
was miserable to
barely
you
remember
about
them.
Justin, what about Alexis and Justin's family?
His mom did not seem to like her, and neither did the
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, because it didn't seem I don't know. And I feel like I don't know if they just got this vibe. I get the same vibe that I don't really think that she is into Justin the way that she's trying to make it seem for whatever
Hmm.
reason.
Yeah, I felt like they don't think she's genuine.
Right. I don't feel like she
And
is either.
hmm
It seems like Justin is just an ego boost for her. Like she's like she knows that he likes her. She knows that he is like, smitten and all these other kind of things and says things to make her feel good about herself. So she just keeps it around for that reason.
yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Hmm. Also, they seem concerned about her in these three proposals, which she didn't even really need to tell them because they asked if she'd ever been engaged. No, I have not. No, let's keep it moving.
Oh,
Why do you keep telling people that?
I was going to say one thing about Alexis is she gonna let you know she's been engaged 3 times or
But
been
she hasn't.
asked three
That's the
times.
thing. So stop saying that.
She's like, so I've been asked 3 times, and each time I said no.
It's like
Every
she
time,
wants people to know that guys wanted her and she turned them down,
right?
which I find very annoying.
I find even that to be disgenuine because it seems like the same pattern of behavior. Like I said, 3 different guys felt that they had such a connection or you felt a certain way about them and whatever it was a mutual feeling between the both of you that they asked you to marry them and you said no because you didn't feel that way about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like she's doing the same thing with Justin,
Mm-hmm.
pretending like she feels a certain way about him, calling him all these names, being really snuggly and all this other kind of stuff, which is fine, but it's sending the wrong signals as that's not like how you're feeling, which it would be
Right.
fine if it's not. It would be more expected for you not to be doing those things at this point than it would be to be doing them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I'm with Justin's mom and friend. I'm not a fan of Alexis.
Me neither. Nope, 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 nope. Especially after
But
she said it was a red flag for him to tell her that that he is falling for her already, and she was like, "That's crazy." I'm like,
no, he said he could see himself
yeah,
falling, right?
yeah, yeah, can see
Okay.
himself. Like, that's crazy. I was like, so it's crazy that someone could think that you would be someone to like. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them
what?
say that. Like I could see myself falling for this person because this is someone this is a good match for me or something.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
trying to figure out
see it
why
as
is
a
that
red flag.
crazy. Yeah, and then the whole thing about her just telling the whole world that he was celibate.
Yeah, she said it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. And I'm like, why would that be of concern? Be like, to hear that your man was celibate for like 5 years, she said?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a concern? I'm still trying to understand why is that a concern that
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't know, because
celibate.
she brought it up at the honeymoon, right? The first day when they were all sitting around talking.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, she brought it up around the other couples. I was like, what is she doing?
Why is that a concern though? That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
I don't know.
Maybe it would be a concern if he was a virgin, like he ain't never, because then you'd be like, oh, I might have to teach him this and that, and I don't feel like doing. Okay, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the
Maybe.
point if he was just celibate? Like he decided to take a break from sex because of the impact that it could have on people's lives and their psyche and everything for 5 years to get control over what he wants and focus on him and his life. Why is that a concern?
She may be worried that he's out of practice.
Isn't it like riding a bike? I don't know. Like you just get back on and pedal.
No, I'm not sure. I don't kind of believe what Mitch says, though. Mitch is like, are you truly celibate by choice, or were you just unlucky for a year and a half?
Mitch is gonna keep it real, ain't he?
Because I'm not going to lie, I kind of think that too, but
I mean,
I
that
will
could
give him the
be.
benefit of the doubt.
I mean, that could be true. But what do you feel about the part that they were saying he DM'd her before?
Oh, they matched on some dating
Yeah.
app. I don't remember which one. She just didn't message him.
She didn't message him back, he said. I think he said
Yeah.
on the after show. So I'm like, that's interesting.
Probably because he's not her type physically.
So how did they match?
I wonder. So it depends on what app they used. If it was Hinge, you get notified of someone matching or picking you or liking
Oh.
you. So if you don't necessarily have to respond, because I click X on those often. So it could have been that she did that.
I'm thinking, I don't know why I'm thinking like all the dating apps are like, you both have to swipe whatever so that you would be like, she's interested in you and also vice versa.
You would think so, because I feel like that would limit all the traffic you might get. But
yeah, because Tinder's like that, right?
I don't know. I've never used Tinder.
I think it is like where you would have to match in order for a conversation to be started.
Mm-hmm.
Like both people would have to swipe the right way, whichever way yes means.
That's what made me think it could be Hinge or something like Hinge, because you see those even if you didn't come across that person. Or
yeah,
actually, there's people that I think I've clicked X on that still come across mine.
I don't know.
I'm like, no,
but
nothing has changed. X.
Nothing has changed. But yeah, I was like, so they matched. I'm assuming the way that I was thinking about it, I was like, so she said yes before? I'm confused. But yeah, I guess so. That's very interesting though. But yeah, they seem and from what I've seen from the preview, it just seems like it's just gonna go downhill from here.
Yeah, because Justin's gonna fall head over heels for her, and she's gonna like start to back off and probably fall into her usual pattern.
I mean, the preview that I saw, he was saying something about, I think I love you, or I do love you. Mm-hmm. And then she started busting out laughing in his face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he started crying. So this is crazy. What is wrong with that?
He said he is sensitive, but that is hurtful.
No, I'm not laughing at the part that he's crying. I'm laughing like, why is she busting out laughing in his face?
I'm hoping that was editing.
I hope so. Cause what?
Yeah, she's too much for me.
But the one that I remember the most was Lindy and Miguel. Both of their families were out of pocket.
Oh, that is right, with the sister.
Yes, I was like, both of y'all, what is going on? First of all, why are you telling this girl she is not a match for your brother? Because he a Cancer and she a Gemini.
Their astrological sign.
What?
He actually did not even need to mention that, because I see her point. Like, relationships are just hard, period. So you're going to have to put in work.
Right, which I don't
even need to mention that.
why that? Yeah, what is the concern with the gym? That was just unnecessary. Like she went on about that for like at least 5 minutes. I was like, girl, what?
She's a very protective sister.
And then the conversation about the student loans, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know about that one either because I'm like, what? That that's just
Maybe
not
she
her
just
conversation
overstepped
to
her
have.
boundaries. Yeah, she
Yeah,
overstepped. Hmm.
I was like,
That
what
is
is
a
that?
conversation that they need to have, Lindy and
Right.
Miguel. Especially,
Yeah.
she keeps saying this debt she has is significant.
And then
But
I mean, when she talked to Miguel about it, you know, she was saying it's not anything that she's going to place on him. Like, you know, this would be, I'm going to take care. Like, you don't have to pay for it. I'm going to continue to make sure I pay for it myself.
yeah,
But then I feel like they're treating her like she's like, you know, my brother's a doctor. My brother, are they like, did they not hear that she was a doctor as well?
right. And to be honest, she's a physical therapist, right?
Yeah, but she has her doctorate in it.
Right.
So I'm like, you're talking about him being a doctor, bro. She is a doctor too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they're trying to. To me, it seems like they're treating her like she is so like he's a doctor. Da 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 da. Like, yeah, and so am I.
I think it's the points in their lives because he's 35, she's 29, so he's probably a little more established and secure financially than she is. Maybe that's why they're doing that.
I guess I just feel like I would get tired of hearing that he's a doctor because I'm a doctor, and I would be like, I'm confused. I was like, yep, we both are doctors. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, she probably overstepped her boundaries there a bit.
So, but then with her family and the whole sex conversation, why do families feel so comfortable talking about other family members' sex lives?
Yeah, this brother, their baseball bag.
Especially because it is very apparent that she is not like religious in that way at all.
No,
But he played that pretty cool. He just like listens and just like smiles at them. Like what?
I didn't understand why that needed to be a conversation. That's not your business. Her sex
That's
life
what I
is not
say.
your business.
Nope. And that's why I hate this. This is like those are my least favorite episodes because I'm like these families really overstep their boundaries a lot.
I don't know, that brother kind of creeps me out. He does. Why are you so concerned about that?
I don't know.
The mom barely said a word.
Right. It was definitely like the brother had taken the father figure role or the head of the household type role for the whole family after her and her dad split.
Yeah, the mom just
I
sits
mean,
there all quiet.
yeah, after the mom and dad split. I mean, I was like, oh,
Oh, they're divorced?
yeah. I thought she said that her parents were divorced
Oh,
because she
okay, I
was
missed
saying how
that part.
I think she was talking about that as far as like marriage and stuff goes. How do you feel
Huh.
about them trying to make her be this whole like anxiety bomb?
I took that some type of way because I tend to do that too.
That's what I was like. I was like, if I thought I packed some pajamas, and I'm like, where is my pajamas? I'm just looking for my pajamas to see what I did with them. I was
It's
like, are we
funny
really?
because I literally had that exact same episode the same day I watched. I was looking for something. I was like, I know I put it in here. Where is it? There's no way it's not in here.
I was like, she's not like
I
spazzing out. She's
understand,
probably
Lindy.
right. She's probably just like, where are my pajamas? Because like, what in the world?
But
After a
too,
while,
I think it's the part of, what was I get ready to say? I'm sipping on a little wine. But it's I feel like it's high achieving female syndrome. I think we all have
oh,
that
like,
anxiety, and we tend to spiral a little.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just like, I just hate not being able to find things when I put them down. Like, I will look for it for like hours. And I
But
would
the
be
thing is,
mad if
not
you don't help
everybody
me.
does that. A lot of people are just like, oh well, and they go about their day.
Nah, because I'm like, nah, because where is it? Like, obviously she gave up, but I would have been like, do you want to help me find my pajamas?
But he was
You look
worried
a mess
about it.
today.
Like
I
I'm
really think
saying,
it's
like
worried about
not
her
everyone
anxiety.
does that. Some people they're just way more chill, and they're like, "Whoa, you need to calm down."
Oh, I'm like, I might need to do some introspection there, because what?
He seemed worried because he brought it up more than once during that episode.
About her continuously looking for them?
No, just about her spiraling. Like she tends to do that. That's what I'm saying. I think that that's like a trait that a lot of women like her and you and I have.
I don't, because like when she was talking about the student loans thing, that didn't even,
Hmm.
and maybe it's because I do it, but I was like, is she spiraling? It just seems like she's hyperverbal, like she's just talking a lot.
Hmm.
Everybody says that she talks a lot, so maybe she's just talkative. I don't know. I can't really tell if it's like anxiety or bad
Yeah.
social skills because she grew up in a different type
Mhm.
of environment, growing up.
Maybe.
I don't
Mm.
know.
She just seems like she's an anxious overthinker to me. And I
Maybe.
know that that doesn't always vibe well with a lot of people because they don't want to have to calm you down and provide reassurance every time you do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, he doesn't. He definitely seems like the type that doesn't want to provide reassurance.
And he even said it, I think.
He's
So
just
I'm
like,
interested to see how that works because she probably does need a partner who can calm her a little.
hopefully that won't be a problem. But he does seem way more chill. Like I feel like
Hmm.
he's not the one to comfort you. He don't seem very comforting. Like I don't feel like he'd be the one to comfort you if you're feeling bad, especially if it's something where he feels like you shouldn't feel a certain way about it. He's like, it's not a big
Uh-huh.
deal. I don't think he'll be the one to comfort you when you think something is a big deal and he doesn't.
I'm trying to figure Miguel out because I get he has this PhD in neuroscience, so he's a very scientific person, and I feel like those people
Hmm.
tend to not be very emotional because they're very logic thinkers, and that's what leads their like behavior.
Well, I feel like at the
So I
same
could
time,
see.
with him being a neuroscientist, there's so much connection between that field and mental health. Like there's certain parts of your
Mhm.
brain that are being overworked or not working properly for you to have these certain anxieties or depression or bipolar disorder and all these other things. Where I feel like he would be more understanding of that because it is
Mhm.
scientific still.
Yeah, that is true.
So I don't know. He just seems like he just doesn't care. Mhm. But maybe
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
why he
sure how
has
their
this job.
families feel about the other person, but they seem to like each other. So,
Yeah, for now,
for
but we'll
now.
see. Um, I don't know. I feel like Nate and Stasha. I can't say her name because I just want to say Stacy, but
Oh
I know
yeah,
it's not
Stasha.
Stacy. It's Stasha or Stasia or Stasia?
I think it's
Stacia?
Stasha.
Oh, okay, Stasha. I feel like
Stacia?
they're still. I
Yeah,
don't know. Don't ask me. I feel like they're still vibing pretty well. I was
they
kind
are.
of surprised at how he started crying when talking to her parents about his mom
I don't even
or
remember
her
that
her
part. I remember
her
that he
mom.
cried. I just couldn't remember why he was crying.
It was I think they asked her mom or her mom's friend, her friend, somebody asked the question like what he would take from his childhood or his parents or something into the relationship, and I guess he started thinking about his dad, and I guess his mom left when he was a kid,
Oh.
and something like that, and then so I guess that made him cry. But regardless, for some reason, I just don't really like Nate. I don't know
Oh yeah,
why.
no.
I just
Those tears made me feel nothing because I don't even remember that part really.
don't. I don't know why. I feel like him. I feel the way that I feel about him is kind of like how you felt about Elijah Wood. For some reason, I'm just like I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I don't really trust Nate. There's something about him that's shady to me.
That's what I'm saying. I just like I don't know about this. He just seems like no. And it could be because in the beginning, that whole situation with that girl, where I'm just like, nah, this nigga lying. But I don't know.
Also, he doesn't really have a. What is his job?
Oh, the day trading? I thought he said he did something
Oh,
else.
that's his job. Oh, okay.
But I thought he said he did something else too. Is it just the day trading?
He just seems like somebody who has a bunch of businesses.
As long as they're all making money, I don't care.
Yeah. Do you remember his family asking her if she would be willing to slow down at some point?
Yeah, because she was saying how she works like 15, 16 hours a day, which I would be like, girl, you do need to slow down. How are you going to have a family or
Oh,
even a
15, 16.
relationship? Yeah, working that many hours a day. Like, where do you have time? There's 24 hours in a day. You sleep for like, I don't know, however many hours, and then you're working 16 hours?
Oh, well, I can see her adjusting. I mean,
That's
now that
all they
she
were
has a
asking.
partner. Oh, okay. See, I don't remember the
Yeah.
conversations that way.
But even when they
I
asked,
thought
she was like, I'll try. I'm like, girl, try. First of all, you need to be adjusting anyway, because that is way too much. Like, you're
yeah,
working way too much.
I
But
could see her adjusting because she seems to like Nate a lot.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's only been 2 days, but
I'm just waiting for the prenup conversation. That's all I'm waiting for. The post
I
nut
know
conversation.
you saw the preview
Yeah.
where he was like, "Oh, you don't trust your boy?" No, I don't know you. I don't know you. We literally just met 2 days ago.
I thought he said that you don't trust or you don't have faith or something like
Either
that.
one. Either one. I don't know you, sir.
I'm trying to figure out, like, after that conversation, because people do feel a kind of way about it, because I guess he's like, it is almost like an attack on their character, because you're basically saying, I don't trust that if we got a divorce, that you wouldn't try to come after my money. So that is kind of attack on somebody's character, that you don't believe that they wouldn't do that. But
But
at the
how do
same
you
time,
know? You
you
don't
wouldn't.
know.
You wouldn't. So I guess the person who's asking for the pre or post nup is saying, I wouldn't know. But the person who is like on the other end of that, it's saying like, that's not my character. Like, I wouldn't do that. So just like in any relationship, you would just either have the trust or you don't have the trust. Because the same thing can
Uh-huh.
happen, if you
Mm.
marry with both of you not having a lot of money and then one person gets a lot of money. So you either have the trust in that person or you don't. And I can see why she
You
wouldn't, because
already
it's
know,
been two
given
days.
my experience, I'm all about that post-nup conversation. I'm
Yeah,
all about it.
yeah.
Especially with someone I barely know. But I could get why
Yeah,
you
I
would be
mean, that's what I'm
offended.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I can see it from both ways. I can see why he would be offended, like, oh, you think I'm about to steal your money? But I can see why she
Mm.
would be like, I don't know if you're going to steal my money. So I don't know. It's always, I feel like those
I
kind of
mean,
conversations are always tricky.
Nate does seem like someone who would do
No.
He does. Something about him is just ain't right to me.
I mean, I feel the same way. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just feel like there's some surprises that's going to come up. Like we haven't seen it. He's being real good right now, but I just feel like there's just
Yeah.
something going to come up.
I could just see him being like, well, when we got married, I started working less to spend more time with you. So I feel like I missed out on that money. So he kind of,
What?
he just gives me that type of vibe. There are men who do that.
That's crazy. Nope.
They feel entitled to your money.
Nope. But yeah, so that's why he was offended. He was like, you don't trust or have faith in your boy? Like, I don't know
Mm.
you, boy.
But also, why would you even be worried about it or care? Like, if you are on your grind and on this hustle that you have going on, why does it matter?
Like I said, I feel like the only reason why people take offense to it is, one, because they really were planning on taking your money, or two, because they feel it's an attack of character. But even if I feel like it was an attack on my character, given the situation that they are in, I don't see why he would
Mhm.
be upset, because like she don't know him like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like he should really have no problem signing it, even though he might feel some type of way, like, oh, I'm not that type of person. But I would say, well, I understand you might not know that I'm not that type of person, but because you don't know and I know that I am, I have no problem signing it. That's what it should have been like.
Right. Yeah, sure. I'll sign it.
So yeah, I'm not sure why he took such a. I could see if they were together for like, but I want to hear how the end of that conversation is going to go, and if she's going to stick to her guns on it.
Oh, I know. I don't know. That little shower scene, I need to know if that was before she asked or after. That must have been before.
I think that was before, because wasn't she saying that they're about, in the last episode, she was, the episode that aired, she said that they're about to take a shower together.
Thought maybe he was just trying to make moves to change her mind or something.
But I guess
that
that's the
shower
way.
scene was a lot. I was like, MAFS, what are we? Are y'all in the shower
real.
with them?
I mean, exactly. I'm like, do they have cameras set up in the bathroom? Because I know there's not a man standing there or a woman
standing there
with a camera while they're taking a shower.
Go ahead and pick up her leg. Put her leg over.
I was like, no.
Kiss her neck. Oh, wait. On the other side.
Do it again? We missed it.
I know. No, I mean, that seems like a pretty legit love scene.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's maybe a way that couples are starting to try to build that connection and intimacy, because I remember Amani said that that's what her and Woody would do on the honeymoon, because she wasn't quite ready to have sex. So they just showered together. But
I don't think I would be ready to do that on day 2 or 3.
If I'm ready to shower together, then I'm ready to have sex. Like I'm just what?
Yeah.
That's just me. If we're showering together, then we might as well just do everything up.
Right.
Because I feel like the most
up her leg and stuff. Who knows what his hands were doing?
Oh, and then if it's getting like that, then I'm just like, I don't have any self control. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
I know. Like once we got this far,
I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's pump the brakes now. Like, I don't see how you just like stop, like boom, that's it.
Yeah,
shower over.
If they don't have sex on the honeymoon, I'll be very shocked.
Oh, I feel like they will.
Yeah.
If it's before the prenup, prenup conversation or post-nup conversation. But I feel like she should have brought that up at the wedding. When they had
the day of the wedding?
They were talking about stuff. You know, they were asking questions.
That would have really ruined the mood.
She could have just been like, so how do you feel about post-nups? You know?
I would have waited a few days.
But
honestly, I probably would have waited until after the honeymoon.
Because maybe me personally, I wouldn't want his feelings, if there were feelings, to continue to build and then boom, post-nup. You know what I'm saying? I just would want to get that out there so it doesn't feel like I'm playing you, or you don't feel jaded or whatever. It was like this from the beginning. I had this in my head from the beginning. I just didn't tell you. And he'd be like, why didn't you? And I would probably be mad if I was him. Like, why didn't we have this conversation before we did this, or before we got intimate, before all these other things?
That's true. That is true. Let's see. Not Nate. We just got talking about Nate. Mitch. That's right. Mitch and
Kristen.
Kristen
seems super chill about like everything.
She's just a very I think you said it last week. She's just a very go with the flow person.
Yeah. Like I feel like she doesn't feed into Mitch's, I don't want to say tantrums, but just like sometimes when he's trying to be difficult or when he's being difficult, she doesn't feed into that as well at all. Like the whole thing with the t-shirts, and she was like, oh, they gave us these t-shirts. And he's like, I don't want to wear that shirt, blah, blah, yada, yada. And then she's like, if you don't want to wear the shirt, don't wear the shirt. I'm wearing the shirt. And then she's like, well, if you're wearing the shirt, then I guess I'll wear the shirt. So what was the point? What was the point of all that then, Mitch?
He is annoying. She is being a very good sport, though.
I'm like, what was the point of making a big deal about the shirt if you're just going to wear it anyway? It reminds me of like my daughter. I'd be like, just wear it or not wear it. Pick something else. I don't care at this point.
I wonder why he is that way.
I don't know. But she has a lot of patience, and maybe
she does. Really she's very patient. And she seemed a little, not annoyed, but the poppers, I think she kind of could really see into how serious he is about this environmental thing.
But it seemed like she was about to pop him anyway. Because she was definitely trying to open it afterwards. I don't, because the scene cut out when she was still trying to figure out how to open it. I was like, did she pop them?
I don't think she did.
Oh, I was like,
I think if he doesn't, I think she would respect the way he feels about that.
About the environmentalist
The
thing?
environment. Mm-mm. I think as long as he doesn't try and make her feel guilty about it, then it will be okay. But I feel like he would at some point make you feel guilty about it.
Yeah, I think you would. I mean, there's definitely a way to find like a compromise with it, as far as like her changing some aspects of her lifestyle to support what he believes as far as environment. Because it's not like, I mean, he says it's like a religion, but it's not like a religion for real. He's not wrong either. So, so I mean, I can understand, like, okay, I could, change some of the things that I do to better the environment and stuff. I wouldn't mind, but I'm not like, don't be all over my face about it though.
Yeah.
I just find Mitch to be annoying. So that's all I have to say about that. And I feel like Kirsten is like mad chill and A1.
Yeah, he's just too much of a diva for me.
Yeah, he's too much of a diva that doesn't like divas.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He does seem, he keeps going back and forth with his attraction to her.
Right, because I thought he said he wasn't, but then in this honeymoon episode, whatever, he's saying that he is.
Yeah, and then again in the previews, he said he's not. So what are we doing?
I don't know. Drama. And the way that his family was talking about him too. Like his brother, his sister-in-law, and his mom. How they were just like, he can be like, I don't want him to hurt your feelings. Like the things that they were saying, I would be very concerned. They're like,
yeah, she really needs to talk to the sister-in-law, because she was like, we did not get along at first.
Right. I'm like, well, first of all, how did you change that? Because then, he goes on to help nanny the daughters. What happened in that relationship to, kind of build off of the strengths from that relationship dynamic, like how they were able to get over that, just in case I might need to use some of them tools. Because, yeah, the brother's like, he can be mean and rude and he just says what's on his mind. And sometimes he throw tantrums. I'm like, what are we talking about? A 41-year-old or a 16-year-old? Like, what's happening?
41-year-old Mitch. I think we can see why he's still single.
Definitely. I mean, honestly, it's funny though, because except for Kristen, I feel like I can see why majority of them were still single.
Okay, wait, I'm thinking I can see why Nate is single. I can see why Alexis is single. Justin too. Miguel? Why do you think Miguel is still single?
Because I feel like his lack of showing emotions. First of all, girls are just, more most of the time, like very in touch with their feelings. They like reassurance, whether they have anxiety or not. Most females like a reassurance. Most people. I'm not just going to say women. I'm going to say most people like that. They like to be comforted. They like to be, even at the ceremony when he's like, I'm not going to call you pretty. You're pretty. Even though he said he shouldn't have said that. To me, even though that was just his first reaction to her being pretty, was a red flag to me.
It's like, that's why earlier I said I can't get a read on him, because he seems like he doesn't have much emotion. But then when he talks about his past relationships, it sounds like he was the one who was really into it, and then he got cheated on.
I mean, I guess sometimes it could be true, and sometimes it could be like he could have got cheated on, and he could have been into the relationship, and not excusing the cheating because there's no reason to ever. That's no excuse for that. But I'm saying he could have been thinking he was showing her that, and she wasn't feeling that, but she should have just left instead of cheating.
Yeah, so I could see now. I kind of see what you're saying. If he was not showing much emotion, his exes sought it elsewhere.
Yeah, so I don't know, because I'm like, so that's why I feel like I would see Miguel being single. And Lindsay, I could see how she was being single, because she seems like the type of girl that would have been taken advantage of, because she's not used to certain societal things that happen, societal norms. Like, she gets very attached. Yeah, she gets very attached very quickly, type of thing. So that I could see that. So really, I could see, and then Stasha, I could see, because she's just a workaholic and doesn't make time for relationships. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see why all these people were single, except for Kristen.
But I probably wonders if she's a workaholic because she doesn't have anything else. I mean, like, it's just her. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't have a husband. So, like, what else is she going to do besides work?
I feel like it's like a chicken or the egg type of thing. It's like she works a lot because she's not in a relationship, but maybe she's not in a relationship because she works a lot. You know, like
But she
it's
didn't
just
really
both.
mention that in
What?
her about her past relationships and work. She never really said like work affects her relationships.
I
I
don't
think
really
she just
think
hasn't found the right man.
I don't think she's really, has she said anything about them? Her past relationships?
She just said it the one time when she was talking to her friends. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, you're just looking for the wrong type of guy. She
When
probably
she talked
wants
about
to
her
really,
type?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But I could just see that being a pattern, which is not uncommon with people. They're like, oh, I don't have anything else to do, so I'm going to work. But if you're focused on work, then where are you going to meet people? And, you know, you're not going out. Like in order to find, like, unless you're going to use like a dating app or something, you have to leave your house. You have to go out. You have to do something other than work in order to meet people to date.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I see from her. Not that the relationships not that the work affected her relationships. It just didn't leave time for her to make those connections and meet people to have a relationship.
Yeah. And she may have been so jaded too. I just feel like I relate to her, so I'm defending her. She's just so jaded by her past relationships that she's like, oh, let me just focus on work, child.
What did they do? What happened?
Man.
Did she say what happened? Or she just hasn't, she just said they
No,
weren't
I'm just
good?
saying maybe she is. I mean, at 37, I'm sure she's had her share of relationships and clearly they haven't worked out. So
Yeah.
she's like, well, why waste my time with that when I could be making money?
Right. And she also seems like the kind that, that is looking for a man, she said what she said, like a hood guy, but also like corporate. Like she wants the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm. Which is not easy to find.
True. That's not like a scammer.
Nate gives scammer
vibes. Because I'm like, do you really make that much money from day trading? I don't know though, because I don't day trade. I don't understand it really. So
yeah, like I didn't think day trading was something people did alone. I thought they did that like on the side.
Yeah.
But I also don't know much about day trading. So
Me neither. But more power to you if
I'm sure we will learn about it.
If you're that good, I guess.
The previews got me a little excited to see the new expert.
Yeah.
They showed Devon Franklin and
his name is Devon.
Another new lady. Mm-hmm.
I've been calling this man Devin since forever.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. Is it Devin?
Is it spelled O-N?
I think so.
It's probably Devon. I have no idea. I've never actually heard anybody say his name. I've just been saying Devin.
I think it's Devon Franklin.
But
yeah, I can't wait till we start getting to that part. Let's hurry up and get through this honeymoon and then get to the real stuff.
Yeah, my favorite part is when the experts come in. Hopefully there'll be more of that now that they have 4.
Yes, and things have died down with the pandemic, so we can't keep using that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Y'all can go to their homes.
Even though that one guy got COVID still, they moved the wedding back, but hopefully there'll be more expert input. But that's all I have.
Hopefully.
They turning up with the honeymoon.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next week to discuss the honeymoon episode.
Yes. Can't wait. I want to know what y'all feelings are on the prenup, postnup situation because
let us know.
Would that be something I do?
And also
I don't know.
Because now I'm really interested. Let us know too why you think these folks are still single. Because a lot of them are a little older. So put that down in the comments too. It'll be an interesting discussion.
All right. Well, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you all next time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.